you. In fact, DM me right now so I can connect with you.
Well, friends, welcome to Inside Axtell, where we go behind the scenes and explore entertainment, creativity, and community. We got a lot of that here at Axtell Expressions because you are all part of what we get to do. And so this isn't just about us. This is about you as well. So we got a ton of stuff planned.
Absolutely. Really fun show for you. Man, so there have been a lot of things happening this week.
Tell me about it, Steve.
With our families and with our business, and all of it is great. We have had a lot of extra work for one of our guys. Jose has just had a ton of extra work to do this week.
Cranking.
And the custom work is really big. I've got a lot of top secret custom projects going. We got one to share with you this evening as well. But man, we got a lot of stuff to show you. Some funny stuff. I'm glad you're with us tonight. And that's what Teresa's waiting for right now. I think. All right, good. Chuck saw it. Okay, good. I'm glad to see that. Okay.
Yeah, and the Dinkys are here. So hey, we got some updates on Dinkys tonight.
Yeah, we do.
But just so you know, right there, thedinkys.com, we've been making them 24/7. So for those of you that aren't maybe super familiar with our operation, hey, Reiner, we are a small company and we make quality, handmade, artisan products. And that means it takes some time. And here in the world of the pandemic and California lockdowns and a limited staff and suppliers that sometimes no longer create the furs and the latexes and things we need, we are doing our best to get everything out on time with the same high quality you've come to expect from Axtell. And so we just appreciate all of you. Those of you that have orders in with us right now, just know we're working 24/7 around the clock to get your orders out. But we've had some suppliers that have stopped making stuff, and we have to scramble and go find resources elsewhere. And so, and you guys have been so gracious with us as we just continue to get orders out.
Thank you.
As fast as we can.
Yeah, thank you for your patience.
And many of you here who are watching have some cool orders in the mix. Ooh, Lee Rademacher said, who wants to see a Bigfoot Dinky?
Ooh.
Probably a lot of people, Steve.
Yeah. All right, I don't want to get up and leave the camera, Ryan, so could you drive in your Prius over there and just move
Who's paying for
that
gas
over there? It's no gas, it's electricity.
Well, it's both, Steve.
It's just that if that fan right there is pointing at the Tiki,
I mean, if
and he's already asleep, so
can
I could use it.
Can I expense this? Like,
yeah. Oh, look here. Rob Gaffney's joined us. Harry Stedman, both from the UK. Hello, Harry.
Brits here.
Yep. Glenn is here. Glenn Imcore. Awesome. Keith Mosinger is here. Mosberger is here. Mossberger is here. Sorry about that.
The name of the game is names, and we crush it. And Keith said, Steve, did you make Grandpa for ventriloquist, Keith Hadrill?
Yeah, Keith Hadrill uses our old man, the world's oldest man, I believe. He got it the same time that Marshall got it. David Aroon is here.
I think it's pronounced arugula.
Aroon. Nah, not arugula.
Finish it.
All right, Isaac Mullins has joined us. Super. All right.
Skunk Dinky.
Okay,
hey, Lisi,
folks.
thank you for that.
Thank you.
We really do take pride in what we make, and if we didn't want to make it by hand,
we won't be shipping something that's not ready to be shipped.
We wouldn't do it. That's right. Well, Steve, we got a ton of stuff to go over today in terms of entertainment, community, creativity. But I saw that Teresa's here.
Yeah.
And we had some. You had some fun.
We had some fun
with Teresa.
Yeah.
Earlier this week. So do you want me to?
Yeah, let's jump to the lizard. We have this rubber lizard. It's about this long, and we put it in the shop, and we pass it around, and we try to surprise each other at the shop, all of our workers, with it there at the crew. And here's a couple of videos, one with Jose and one with Teresa. Check this out.
All right, let's take a look here. The question is, Steve.
I'm hiding him, so I've got the lizard in my hand.
What is the lizard's name? We got to name it. Well, here, take a look. Think of a name. Let us know what we should name this lizard, and watch for Teresa's cameo.
So he auctioned off all the puppets.
Oh my.
Are you still filming?
Well, come here. I wanted to ask you about this box.
Love it.
Yeah, got her.
Got him.
Now, Jose told me he didn't react too much because he said he actually was very surprised, but he doesn't react because he grew up in Mexico, in Yucatan, with these huge lizards that were always running around. Iguanas and monitors, I guess. They were always there, and they grew up playing with these huge lizards. They'd put them on their shoulders and stuff. So he said it didn't really scare me. But we got Teresa because I don't think she grew up with the lizards. Not those lizards, anyway.
It's it's funny how it's just become like a little game at the shop.
Super fun.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Teresa put a big smiley face on. First she was angry, and then she smiled. Laughed. Good. Hi, Don Mingo. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, very cool. Don Mingo's
All
here.
right, Amanda's here.
Amanda Stone.
And Skippy is here. That's right. The lizard, actually, Lee, Teresa was talking to you on the phone when
That's
I
right.
pulled off the lizard reveal.
That was Lee's cameo. Lee was on the other end of the phone there.
That's right.
I forgot about that.
Lee has a really, really great concept, and that is to perform off of a balcony, and as he performs puppets, the children gather on the street down below the balcony. Isn't that cool, Ron?
Okay.
That's super cool.
I like that, man.
All right, so we have... so Teresa didn't grow up with lizards,
I
but
like
she
the
did
face.
with scorpions.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
She got scorpions, and Ryan did too. Didn't grow up with them, but he has scorpions.
Yeah, so I lived in Phoenix, Arizona. Hey, let us know in the comments. First off, let us know where you're from.
Yeah. Yes, please do.
But I lived in Phoenix for about 10 years, and hunting scorpions was something that you would do because there's a lot of green belts.
Hunting scorpions?
Yeah, so you can go around and check out all the green belts, and a lot of it was, new builds, and all along the walls of the green belts, all the scorpions would crawl, and if you take a black light, they light up.
Ooh.
So their exoskeleton would glow, almost like a predator.
A battery-powered black light?
Yeah, just a little UV black light, and they would glow iridescent green.
Wow!
Blue, and then you would have this. They made this spray for scorpions, and I remember one night my friend Brian Rozelle and I, we took out about 150 scorpions in the green belt by his house.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Ooh, Don Mingo said 20 different lizards in South Africa.
Wow! That is amazing. 20 different ones. Well, so that's the lizard scare of the week. We'll see if anybody picks up the torch and continues it, Ryan.
Well, we got Steven here in Connecticut. Do we have any cool lizards in Connecticut?
Connecticut?
Connecticut. A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
So
Quick,
I had
name who was in that movie. Bing Crosby. Fun fact.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they made a remake
the
when I was a
jester?
kid
The
called A
jester.
Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
Oh.
And he was, okay, what's this? Nikolai saying, Norway here, born in Drammen City but lived 8 years out of the city, so he did see deers, moose, foxes, and badgers.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Not a single lizard, but very nice. All of those things.
Ooh, and Robert
as
Worthington is excited about today's guest. That's right, our performer spotlight.
So we have
today.
a name now for the lizard.
Oh, what do we have?
Isaac said, Leon Lee Zard.
That's good. Okay.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you again.
No,
I'm
it
really
was
good
worth
at
it.
interrupting.
Yeah, it's because I don't have great content, Steve.
No, you do, and I just step on it, nonetheless.
Hey, man.
All right. Oh, good. Robert Worthington is saying he's excited about today's guests.
Not only did you interrupt me, you then read the content I was going to read to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ryan. What were you going to say?
Hey, man, I got Robert Worthington here. Excited about today's guests, he said. He's spoken to Patrick a lot. That's right. Patrick is our performer spotlight, and we have the one, the only, Ronn Double N Lucas with us.
Run,
today. Ooh, Henry said my wife would eat iguana in Belize, and Skippy said he sees iguanas every day.
Is that right?
Oh, man.
Iguanas? Where's Skippy?
Skippy's in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
Iguanas?
Yeah.
I love
how
iguanas.
cool
Oh my goodness
is
sakes.
that?
All right. Henry's near Mexico, so he sees them. Yep.
Love it. Well, Steve,
right.
we got a ton of content today, but do we want to get to in just a second our performer spotlight?
Yeah, we would. I'd love to do that, but first, before we do that, could you do the chickens, because
I cannot.
there is something specific about the chickens that I wanted
We can get to that a little later.
Okay, let's do it later. That would be good. Let's do performer spotlight with Patrick Ronn.
So I'm loading in a couple clips right now. Give us a little background.
Oh, on Patrick?
On Patrick.
Oh my gosh. Patrick has been a customer since, 1984, 82, when we started our business. He's been forever in Singapore, and he has he has a magic shop there. He's a full-on magician and ventriloquist. He does incredible shows all around. He's an international performer, mostly in Asia. He performs in China. In fact, he was called on to be the representative, I believe, of Singapore in China. Is Patrick with us tonight? I hope so. I'm not sure exactly what time it is there. It may be ridiculous, and so he couldn't join us. But Patrick, I know you might join us tomorrow or something, and you can throw it in the comments. The special thing that you were requested from China to come from Singapore and perform, that's really cool. And you were the one, and they requested our puppets to go with you, so I thought that was pretty cool.
I think he talks about that in his performer spotlight. So hey, let's check it out. The one and only Patrick Ronn. Performer spotlight.
Hi, I'm Patrick Ronn from Singapore. I'm a ventriloquist, a marionette, and a magician. My children's acrobats, we used to perform together, but not anymore because they are all grown up. And in the 90s, we won the Singapore Got Talent show. Prize money, 30K. That's a lot of money during that time. Describe my shows. Okay, now I am an international performer. I own many Axtell puppets, alright, and even 2 hands-free animatronics. I'm saving money about the 3rd one. My first show with Axtell puppet was in the 1980s. That's how long I've been using Axtell puppets. And the first show was on national TV, performing a musical variety show with Axtell puppets. For my international shows, I like to travel with my Axtell Diva puppets. Alright, she's just amazing. Look at the clips. Alright, now sharing something funny and positive in my show. I used to perform in China, and in China, ventriloquism is rare. So children actually think that these puppets are real. Right? Now adults think that the voice, alright, actually came from the puppet. Funny, isn't it? Sharing a nightmare in my shows? Yes. Now, I use animatronic puppets, alright? There was once I lost control of the signal. That means the puppets just stood still. But luckily, I got a standby. Always a standby. Always a standby. Alright, now what's my goal? My slogan is have ventriloquism with travel. I wish to travel the world with my brand of ventriloquism. Alright, making the world a happier place to live in. Cheers.
Thank you for joining us for another edition of Performer
The one and
Spotlight. Patrick Ronn.
I love it. That's so great,
good,
Patrick.
man.
Patrick was so excited to produce that he put it up on his page.
Oh, that's right.
Last week
He actually released that.
and scooped us. He scooped us, which is against the law.
It's almost a swoop, but not.
He swooped. I think he needs a swoop.
I
Ryan.
need a scoop.
Yeah.
There it
There,
is.
yeah,
Sound
that's
bite.
right. That's right.
Oh man,
Super fun.
I love that, man.
So, Patrick, yeah, everybody loves it. It's just super great, and he's a good friend, and it's been fun to work with him over the years on so many different projects.
it's true, yeah.
One of the projects, actually, that chicken that he has was made for the tourism. What do you call it? The Tourism Bureau of Singapore.
Okay.
And we made that as a Magic 2 chicken, and they had it to greet people as they were coming in to Singapore. And then later, Patrick was able to buy that from them in Singapore. So
Oh, interesting.
it's pretty cool the way things sometimes go from one customer to another customer. And
Well, and the chickens in general
yeah,
have been. I mean, I love the design because anything with a big mouth really translates well.
yeah, that's true. And that's the toucan head originally.
Oh, okay.
That's Cluck. He was the toucan. That head was actually
man.
sculpted by Tony Balone. Oh, thank you.
Good job on that.
Thank you. Now, Tony Balone sculpted that from a drawing that I had made.
Oh, wow.
Tony was the original sculptor of the...
Barbie doll and Little Green Army Men.
That's right. And
Other things.
like the Reveal model kits, for example. Remember putting together the USS Missouri battleship?
Yeah. That's right. He did all of those, man. Mm-hmm. Tony was
Pretty sweet.
a gifted
So
man.
Tony was my mentor, but he ended up working for me and was a sculptor for me, and he passed a couple of years ago. In fact, this is Tony right here. Where's Tony?
Oh,
Tony's
yeah,
right here.
you made that for him.
This is Tony's bust right here I made
That's
as a
right.
gift for his family. And they actually sent me his ashes, and we put his ashes into 2 of them for both of the daughters.
Yep.
And those are actually inside the sculpture that I made. This is the 3rd one, and this does not have any ashes in it, although they did give me his hat, and it came packaged, and I've got it downstairs in the shop. It's pretty cool. And his glasses as well.
Hey, Sherry's here. Or
All
as
right.
I like to say, Cherie! Cherie! Well, hey, we've got a little video. We got our weekly chicken vid. I think this one goes a bit Skinnered on us.
Oh, do you have the opening for that as well? We have an intro, you know, I put an intro together for that. And the reason I'm asking specifically
Yeah,
for
man,
that,
yeah,
I
yeah.
know it's awkward,
Yeah.
sorry. And you can maybe do a quick crossfade or whatever. The reason I am is because Patrick Ronn shared this song with me, and we programmed the chicken to do this song.
That's right.
His chicken,
Yeah.
and it's a Chinese song. It's not Singaporean, but it's a Chinese song.
Uh-huh.
And it's a really cool pop song, and I loved it. And I actually programmed a whole video game, Beat Saber.
Beat
Remember?
Saber. Yeah.
It's a
like
VR
kind of
game.
A new VR version of Dance Dance Revolution.
Exactly.
Sort of.
Yeah. And but I programmed and made a
Hey,
video
man,
game
good for
based
you.
on this.
Good for you. And also
Well,
applause
not-
for Mario being here.
Yeah. Oh, Mario's here as well. Awesome. So I used that song on this little bumper that we're using for chicken shows.
And that's a great teaser to see in future episodes.
Okay, good.
So let's
Because
take
I mean,
a
it's
look.
right there.
Let's take a look. chicken harmonies, everybody. Chicken harmonies are one of Steve's specialties.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
here's the deal. Steve is good at harmonies in general. He's an incredible musician, but he is
A spectacular at chickens.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. But I love it, man. The
fun.
best is listening to Steve record chicken harmonies. You know. I think that Bach was a bit sharp. Everybody.
Yeah, well, it was a blast, and we did all those with Greg Jackson, our producer at the time, and Greg did a ton of scoring for
That's right.
the tracks, and some of it was even written down longhand in note form. And all the harmonies and stuff, because there wasn't any sheet music available for that, and he had to figure out what the harmonies would be to tell me
Right.
what to sing for all 6 different voices. So
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Oh, that's cool, man. Well, one of the things we get to do here at Axtell is we have a lot of custom projects that come our way. And
Yeah, we do.
some of you, I think, are even some custom users, and you can always go to axtell.com/custom.html to find out more about custom products. But sometimes we can talk about them, sometimes we can't. For instance, a couple months ago, we had a producer of a Comedy Central TV show who joined us at the shop to talk about a new show and possibly an episode of a current show. You could think of it as what? Inebriated antiquities.
That would be one way of viewing it.
Okay.
Yeah, fun stuff, and a new show in the works.
I mean, are we allowed to say
Yeah, I think
the
so.
name,
It was
or-
an episode of Drunk History.
Yeah, so Derek Waters
Yeah.
from Drunk History was here, and we were talking about a new show, and man, COVID happened, and so I think they put shows and stuff on pause.
Yeah,
but
everything's been
there's a lot of cool shows
kind of shelved
and
for a little while.
projects that we get access to. Some of them pan out, some of them don't, but we get to show you one featuring one of our favorite gentle giants.
Oh, this one was from
Yeah,
2010.
tell us about this one. 2010. Okay.
2010. I won't tell you who it is yet. We'll keep it as a surprise. But he's one of the largest men in the world, and
Now in showbiz/commercials.
yeah. So check it out. This was a super fun project to do. I know some of you have seen the puppet already, but this is a great one from the archives. Top secret custom reveals.
Check it out.
Remember when you asked me this?
Content that he's produced out on YouTube
Yeah.
and his Instagram channel.
All right, quick story.
I remember him as the genie from Shazam.
Exactly, Shazam, yeah. So he's so big, and he told me that he wanted to do the puppetry himself. I figured he wanted a professional puppeteer.
Right.
And I was saying, so he was living in Cleveland, Ohio at the time, because he was with the Cavaliers, and I was saying, hey, I could find you a
Well,
professional
hey, shout out
puppeteer
to
in
Steve
Ohio.
for knowing sports details. Not really our thing. But
So
he's
I know some
crushing
great
it.
puppeteers in Ohio, and I was going to turn them on to Shaq, but it wasn't to be, because he said, no, I want to do it myself. So I'm thinking to myself, he's going to put that hand into that puppet head that I'm going to make. So I said, how big is your hand? Would you please trace around on a piece of paper and send it to me? It's right there. It's in, yeah, it's right there in the Google is right
Okay.
there.
Yeah. Let me.
So check it out. This is
Give me a
Shaq.
second to
Yeah,
find it,
I'm going to explain.
Okay,
Shaq
perfect.
traced around his hand and top secret folder, and it was the most incredible full-size sheet.
It was huge.
And
It was huge.
Huge. His hand filled up an entire sheet of 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Unbelievable. So check this
All
out.
right. You wanna
Yeah, look at this. This is my hand compared to Shaq's. I believe it's my hand. It's
all right.
someone from our
I
shop.
think that's yours. So
Look at that.
is that on a scanner?
Look at that. It's on a scanner. That sheet,
So
and
his hand takes up.
it's crazy.
I mean, the whole.
That's the whole piece
scanner
of
bay,
paper.
right? That's an 8.5 by 11 sheet
Yep.
of paper.
Yep, it
I
is.
mean, just for.
Yeah, your hand's bigger than mine. And look at that. Look at that. That might not be my hand.
I don't think that's. Yeah, Amanda's saying, fun fact she heard on the Today Show, Shaq has size 22 feet.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. So that was a really fun project, and it's funny because Shaq does some rapping, and he got.
Oh,
like,
yeah. That song was his that you just heard.
Yeah, but he got dissed a few months
yeah.
back, and he released like a diss track,
Oh, yeah. With the
And-
puppet. He used the puppet on that.
and it was just funny. I mean,
Who did he diss? Do you
I don't
remember?
remember.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
But
I
the
didn't
fact
play
that
it because
he-
it's got some explicit
Yeah.
language in it. But
Oh, Teresa said she thinks it's her hand.
oh, that's Teresa's hand. Because
Yeah,
she
yeah.
recognizes the ring, probably. That's Teresa's hand. All right.
That's funny, yeah. So, anyways,
Love it.
How cool is that, right?
That's very cool.
So sometimes projects come through. We can't always talk about them. Other times we can, and this one. But it's always fun to have those, initial meetings. And hey, it's just a reminder that if you have any custom needs,
Yeah.
one of our specialties at Axtell is character design.
Yep.
That's kind of first and foremost our sweet spot. Is Steve is a master craftsman when it comes to designing characters. Whether that's a caricature of a real person, you want a direct lookalike,
Yeah.
or you want something completely made up. We have some more stuff we'll be showing you in weeks to come of some of the
Yeah.
custom stuff that we've done.
We've done a bunch of stuff, and we will continue. We have right now several custom projects going on. I can say briefly that we have an alien. I can't say who it's for
Right.
and what it's for, but it's a very big project. And another one that is, can't say the subject matter, maybe.
Let's just
It's a
say you ain't-
fantasy character.
Let's just say you ain't never had a friend like me.
There you go. Oh, there you go. And I could say that AGT is part of that, and a couple of projects, and several other projects coming in. So if you have a custom project, let us know.
Well, speaking of letting us know, we here at Axtell are always interested in wisdom, in the higher esoteric things that are passed on from
Generation.
Not quite yet. Let me
From generation two
from generation
to generation.
Generation. Oh, that was kind of Tom Brokaw. Our generation. Actually, I think that was more Jim Carrey doing Tom Brokaw.
Oh, there you go.
Or Dana Carvey, because I just watched that documentary.
Oh,
Anyways,
so good, Dana
we
Carvey.
are all about wisdom here, and we have a chance to talk to someone very wise. And so I say we check that out.
And now it's time to ask the Tiki.
Who summons me, oh great Tiki?
I love it. All right, Tiki, we have some questions for you, seer of the future, of knowing, of knowers.
Yes.
What did Ed McMahon say on when the Karnak was on? I think that's the role that I have right now, actually. It's kind of scary. I've never
well.
really had that.
What
I
do
don't
you
know.
need from me, Steve?
Well, I have a couple of questions for you, and my unfortunately, my my phone is timing out and keeps
Well, that's because
disconnecting
it's
me.
a droid. You should, of course, use an iPhone.
Oh,
Wherever
stop.
Ryan went, we'll
Stop
go
with
to
that.
him.
Hey, Tiki, it's me, Ryan. Lee Rademacher says, "Oh, great Tiki, if Steve was a puppet, what puppet would he be? Thanks."
Great question, iPhone user Ryan. Steve would, of course, be a magic drawing board because he is two-dimensional and flat. I also see from an earlier post today,
Yes.
Shanna Martin said, "Oh, great Tiki," which is very true.
There we go.
I might add. How do I handle someone who takes the disabled parking space who doesn't need it? Well, you do what Ralph Macchio would have done in The Outsiders by Francis Ford Coppola, and you take a switchblade to that socius tire because we greasers live on.
You can't give suggestions like that on the show.
Great point. You should report them to your local authorities. And that's about it.
We have one from the UK.
All right. All right, mate.
Lewis Taylor, he says you're
Right,
his
right.
favorite character of Axtell, and would you go home and live with him?
Well, how many fish and chips would I get? Who's your local football team? I mean, I'm more of a Manchester United guy, but Bayer Leverkusen is my favorite German team. Let's just say, Lewis Taylor, I'd love to come home with you.
All right.
People think the tropics are great,
Steve,
but it's pretty humid.
now, Stephen Hicks has a question for you, Mr. Tiki.
Yes.
He says, who will win the presidential election of 2020?
Someone will win, and no one will like it. Can I get a third-party candidate or fourth-party candidate? Sorry,
Teresa asked,
us Tikis are registered independents.
excuse me, Mr. Tiki, Teresa, who works for us at the shop, she
Oh, I
asked,
know her.
if you were a puppet, who would you be?
A dinky, of course.
A dinky.
Being
that's-
a large tiki is sort of like being a Great Dane. Everyone wishes they had a lapdog they could cuddle with. No one wants antique wood with splinters. So I'd love to be a cute little dinky that can go home with almost anyone here, and they can find it by going to thedinkys.com.
Very good indeed, I must say. Is there any dating advice that you would have for someone who is maybe having little trouble asserting themselves in their relationship?
Well, the problem is in the question you asked, Steve. Asserting yourself.
Yes.
Sounds like you don't feel heard. And it's important to be in relationships where you are known and heard. Most people want to be known and to know others. So it is very important. Are you with someone you trust? If you don't trust them, that is the symptom of many other issues.
Well, that's absolutely true. Oh my goodness sakes, we do have real wisdom coming from
I've
the
lived for 10,000 years.
the wooden pole on the side of the room.
The totem of destiny.
Sean Marshall asks, if we have more questions, can we go to tikipedia.com?
We don't have enough money to buy that domain, but you could probably go to geocities.com/Axtell Tiki _user 897-C. We can get that, or check out our live journal.
Harry wants to know if you have any further dating advice for him specifically.
Well, I know things are different in the UK, but here's the deal. Be yourself. Be confident in who you are. Hopefully, that fog layer goes away that represents Britain in every single U.S. TV show, and you can enjoy some beach time with your loved ones, maybe near Blackpool. Joey Harris, I see you're asking, who is my favorite person at the shop? Well, it wouldn't be Ryan, because every time I come out, he disappears.
How is that?
Get it.
Why is that? Why does Ryan leave every time?
That cocky youngster thinks he knows it all and doesn't need my advice, I guess.
That's not necessarily true.
Well, I think that's about it for me, Steve.
Buddy, thank you so much. And this has been another episode of Ask the Tiki. Give it some love. Yeah. Just get disconnected again. What is going on tonight? Mark!
Well, Steve,
Zuckerberg.
I'm not quite asleep yet, but
Mark Zuckerberg.
if you went ahead and got an iPhone, even I know in my sleep.
I've never
You
been
wouldn't
disconnected,
have
and I've been
any
disconnected
problems,
tonight
Steve.
6 times so
Hey,
far.
Ryan,
Hey, Tiki, I just got back. What's the question, Tiki?
how's your cell service?
Oh, 100%.
How's your battery life?
Oh, it's perfect.
How's your 5G signal?
It's not officially released, but it's great, man. Thanks.
Sounds like Apple's the way to go.
Ooh, night, Tiki.
Oh my goodness
Wow. What did I miss?
sakes. Ryan,
Man, I had to
welcome
go,
back.
I had to go take care of some clerical work.
Check it out. Look at the latency situation here. Isn't this wonderful?
You know what's interesting, Steve, is
Look at this.
I actually see 10 seconds ahead of what we're broadcasting. My iPhone can see into the future. It's pretty cool.
I still show a hand
Oh.
of Shaq
So,
on a piece of paper. Seriously.
wait, what?
I still show Shaq's hand on a piece of paper. Where is it?
Did you fast forward
Oh, you're
it?
over here.
You probably just...
Look at that.
Nah.
How could I fast forward it?
Hey, let us know in the comments if
Oh, I bumped it? Nope.
you are an Android user or an iPhone user. Because Steve and I just joke about it. But hey, to be fair,
Ah.
my iPhone is smashed to pieces.
Yeah, mine's fallen 8 times and I've not broken any
I
glass
actually,
whatsoever.
mine broke on an episode of Axtell's Attic, and I'd already replaced the screen, and so I just got a cracked screen, and it's exactly in the place where every TV show puts a person's face.
Yeah, right in the direct center.
Yeah,
of
and you're
course.
right, Harry. The Tiki is
All right.
very much up on smartphones. For some reason, being 10,000 years gives you such a crick in the neck. To quote Robin Williams from Aladdin '94.
Hey, we're going to be having a special guest appearance by Ron Lucas, the amazing,
my
talented
gosh.
Ron Lucas, coming up in a little bit.
Ronnie L.
Yeah, Ronnie L.
How do you pronounce Ron Lucas if? Hey, John Adams said, Steve, can you give me a shout out? Will you shout out to John Adams, one of the
would,
founding
absolutely.
fathers?
One of the founding fathers, John Adams. You are the man that we are here tonight to see.
I'm going to do you
We're
one
all looking.
further.
Everybody, send up some love right now to John Adams.
John
please.
Adams,
Here
I'm
it
gonna
goes.
gi- I'm
Here it
gonna
goes
give
right now.
you
Boom,
a
boom, boom,
swoop.
boom, boom.
Swoop, there it is.
We are going to have an Ask the Tiki Cup. You absolutely are right, Mario.
Mario.
Right now,
hey, we got a pretty.
we only have
got
one
a pretty
for this
diverse
show.
group. A lot of Androids.
This is
Amanda
a really good
doesn't
one.
even have a cell phone.
You're featured on this, folks.
iPads. It's true. Hey, if you're looking for those Axtell mugs, and you would love to be awesome, which I think all of you here want to do, you can get your own mug because
Amanda took
we
your
now.
question and stumped you.
I what?
Amanda took your question and stumped you. She
know.
doesn't even have a phone.
Well, I brought that up. Oh, you have latency,
Bam.
so you didn't know I brought that up yet.
No. Oh,
Sorry.
really? Seriously?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
that
I'm like
bad?
a clairvoyant from Minority
Okay, I
Report.
think I'm caught up now. I just saw myself drinking out of my cup.
I can
so.
predict crime before it happens.
Minority Report. Amazing.
Hey, if you're interested in grabbing a mug, Steve, show that mug again. CafePress.com/Axtell Expressions. We have a couple options up, and we will have a mug for the Tiki. Ask the Tiki. Oh, great Tiki. Every week we get to seek the wisdom of our local totem. But if you want to grab one of these cups, whether you're an Android user or an iPhone user, you can snag
It's so cool.
one of these cups. And the reason why you want to have this is because you are part of it. We create innovations to help entertain the world, but we can't do that without amazing performers like you and amazing people like our special guest, Mr. Ron Lucas. Steve, do we want to check in?
Yeah, let's go ahead and check in with Ron Lucas right now.
Here we go.
Super fun.
Checking in with Ron.
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, man. Are you there? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Ron Lucas in the house. How you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. How you doing, Steve?
Good. Hey, where did we first meet?
I don't know.
I know I went to one of your Vegas shows during the Vegas convention with Valentine Vox back, I don't know how many years ago that was. There was a convention, a ventriloquist convention in Vegas,
right,
and you
right.
hosted us, and we all went over there to your show and got to see the show. That was the first time seeing your show live. I've seen it many, many times. In fact, I watched it when I first fell in love with Billy the Kid. It was Ronald Reagan's comedy bash, you know.
Oh, really?
Oh, you've got Billy?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh!
What the heck? You know what? This is not social distancing. Oh, who's that? Looks like a young Steve Axtell.
Hey, Billy. How you doing, man?
Hey, buddy.
You look great.
Thank you.
You
Thank
haven't aged at all.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Liam Kermit, the
You might-
frog.
You might have one more wrinkle in your hat brim right there. That's about it.
Yeah, he's been in the trunk too long.
Thank you.
Well, good to see you, man.
Now, I am not gay, that I am out of the trunk.
Are those are feathers you've got on his hair, right? Those are incredible.
Yeah, I think I grew these. No, you didn't grow them. No. These are called hackle pads. Billy was actually built in the Muppet Workshop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, back when I was doing Sugar Babies on Broadway. We'll get into that later.
Oh, yeah.
I had built the original Billy with foam and fun fur.
Okay.
And then when I wanted to do a rebuild, I was just happened to be dating one of the costumers for the
Wow.
Muppets.
Oh,
and she
that's
said,
pretty
and
convenient.
she said, why don't you let us rebuild it for you? And I couldn't believe it. I met Jim Henson, got his permission.
Wow.
He was pretty understanding, and so we went around and did a lot of major changes to Billy's look. And the first thing he got was feathers, because Muppets were big on using feathers for
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah. Oh, it looks so good. So, did you ever use your Billy on television?
You mean my old one?
Yes, your original.
Yes, I did. I think one of the first TV shows I did was The Magic Land of Alakazam with Mark Wilson.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Mark Wilson. Yeah.
And I used that was the first run of Ron Lucas. I did I grew up in El Paso, Texas.
Okay.
So I joined an ad agency where I was at the time. Muppets were really growing like crazy, and they wanted me to build puppets to do advertising. So I had some puppets. I was doing very bizarre stuff. I mean, really fun stuff. I mean, like a kernel of corn, like an ear of corn lying in a store, and it rolls around and goes, "Am I here already?" You know, because you're trying to show how fresh the corn was. Because they would show footage of real corn being picked in the fields in the morning.
Wow.
And then being delivered to the store, and the final shot as the camera would move in would be this puppet, you know, who's lying there among all the corn and rolling around and stretching and going, "Wow, am I here already?" You know.
Wow.
So I was doing stuff like that on a set one day, and a group of executives came by, and I was making the puppet talk without moving my lips, because that's how I was able to get to the voice. I was already ventriloquist at that point.
Okay. Okay.
But
yeah,
I was
just
doing
the
going,
sweet spot.
Oh, yeah. Am I here already? Gee, what's going on?
you know, I was doing stuff like that, and one guy was just like amazed. He goes, "Who's making the puppet talk?" And the producer saying, "Oh, that's Ron. He's a ventriloquist." Really? And one thing led to another. I ended up doing a national tour for this Billy the Kid boys wear, and that's how I got the first cowboy puppet. And he had red hair. I mean, this had to be a copy. This had to be kind of a knockoff of their logo.
Mm.
So it had a gray hat and red hair.
Okay.
But pretty much the same face. You know, kind of a Muppety face.
Yeah.
And then I kind of wore that out by the time I hit Sugar Babies. And in fact, if you look at the archives, when I won the San Francisco stand-up comedy competition in 1980 or 81, I forget,
Wow.
that was probably that puppet.
Okay.
But he was already starting to wear out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was, can I put you down? I don't care. No, really.
Sugar babies.
Not on the floor. Ron?
My gosh, Sugar Babies was huge. Tell us about that now. Mickey Rooney, how?
Mickey Rooney and Ann Miller.
Wow. What?
Working with, and again, this is so complicated, and I keep trying to make it simple. In 1981, I was studying comedy in San Francisco. I had learned that L.A., which was the place to go, would not accept variety acts. No jugglers, no magicians, no ventriloquists. But San Francisco, come on, they had a great street theater scene. They were very open to everything. So I went there to study stand-up comedy with Jim Richardson, because I feel like I felt like I had the three pillars to me were really good lip movement, a believable character, you know, and the comedy had to be first class, had to be original, and had to be strong, because variety acts like us were being accused all the time of using B and C and D material and getting away with it because, hey, we're prop comics. You know, so I later from a guy named Larry Wilson. Do you know the magician Larry Wilson?
Yes. Yeah.
He came up with a wonderful phrase. He said, "We are superheroes of comedy. We have powers beyond those of mortal stand-ups."
There you go. I love that.
That's my defense. Anyway, so I've always wanted to do a show called Superheroes of Comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can. You could produce it. You got the money.
There we go.
Anyway, so I had built Billy for this shopping center tour, which I did. I toured. My first national tour was usually one city a week for 52 weeks, 52 cities across the United States. They bought me a van, which later they gave to me to schlep my show around. And I was basically promoting this boys' clothing company. But it was more of a goodwill tour. It wasn't about me selling pants or jackets. But it was more about, you know, just getting the logo out and getting the word out that this is a very high-end boys' clothing company. And it was for the time being. And it was all being manufactured in El Paso, which ironically at the time was the manufacturing center of the United States. If it wasn't being farmed to Mexico, China wasn't even thought of yet. So it was all being done in the El Paso market. So I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. And so I did this tour. And I was noticing that I was getting even before the tour, I had done a large thing called Kermazar. It was a festival in El Paso, and there was about 1,800 people. And I had several puppets at the time because I didn't want to be a person just talking to one character for 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, I wanted to scroll through like 7 or 8 characters. I was thinking Lily Tomlin. She always did new characters instead of new comedy. So, and that's one of the formulas I think that other ventriloquists have copied. I'm very pleased that they don't stay too long with one character. They just keep that. I wanted to be a one-man variety show, is the way I saw it.
Yeah.
But the character at that time, we're going back to like 1978, 79. The strongest character had the biggest mouth, and I thought, oh, it's a visibility thing, because you're doing a show for 1,800 people. You know, it's a free show, but they're standing there, and I'm holding them because this character's mouth could be seen.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the biggest secrets I ever happened upon, because all of my characters have oversized heads.
Yeah.
And by the way, oversized heads and small bodies imply children.
Yes.
Kids are born with large heads, and we you know, the dimensions change as we grow older. So I started designing children-looking or baby-looking characters. So Billy doesn't have knees; his feet stick straight out like a little kid, you know. And yet, when the Muppets came along, that was about the time I was finishing high school. I was wondering about trying to combine a knee figure body with a Muppet head.
Okay.
And so all that was going together in my head at the time. So I came up with Billy with this large mouth and did this tour. So Billy had a companion named Calamity Jane, and so we did this national tour. Somewhere over time, I met Tom Ladshaw when I went to Vegas, because he lived in Metairie, and he remembered seeing one of my shopping mall shows. And later, when I got the new Billy, I didn't know what to do with the old one, so I gave him to Tom Ladshaw. So he has it in his collection.
Oh my gosh, how cool!
Yeah, it's pretty worn out.
Yeah,
you know, my hand was going
wonderful.
right straight through the. I wasn't even using. I was using a stretch knit fabric, you know, instead of fleece. You know, but he still got the originals, the old Billy the Kid tour.
How sweet, awesome.
So when I developed the new puppet, I was starting to think I need. I said, what is Billy to me? What he became was psychologically, he became like the precocious child I always wanted to be. And I'm thinking, if he's the child, I wonder what the teenager would look like. And that's how Scorch evolved.
Okay.
So that's why he's a teenage dragon.
Yeah.
He's bumpy, he's ugly, he's gangly, he's got false bravado, he's ragingly insecure.
Yeah.
He's still got little, when we designed him, he's got like a little bit of a baby belly because that's still left over from his childhood.
Yeah.
So I was really trying to make a transition there. So I guess probably what I would want to do at my age, because I'm 66, is try to develop an older character. But that's, Jeff has got sort of like that cornered in terms of cranky old man.
Oh, yeah, because
so
I'm one of those.
I'd have to come up with something abstract. And I'm also interested in abstract stuff. I mean, I'd like to do more puppets that sort of come together. That maybe one puppet forms an entire storyline, and by playing several different characters in the course. I'm more theatrically oriented than I am TV oriented.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, your shows are broad and they have great characterizations. I remember you've performed for the presidents. How many presidents have you performed for?
Well, every living one, I think, except Nixon.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've also performed for Donald, but it was long before he was president.
Yeah.
When he was back when he was a failing casino owner, I worked at Trump Plaza quite a bit.
You worked in his casino. Oh, wow. And how about in England? Have you performed in England as well, all over the world?
I went to England and did a couple of talk shows because I was getting a lot of attention in the United States.
Yes.
And next thing I know, the BBC is producing a all-star salute to the Queen, and I did several. There's a charity every year that's done by the British Actors Association, BAFTA, and it's always in attendance by a royal personage.
Wow!
And every fourth year, the Queen is in attendance. So other times it's her husband or one of her kids, or at the time Queen Mother, Princess Diana. There was always one of her sisters. I performed 2 times for Queen Elizabeth and 1 time for Princess Margaret. Princess Margaret had the big children's charities.
Wow!
So I performed for that, and I also did I did some private shows. What happened was the first time I did the show for the Queen, Mary and I were engaged, so I was able to bring her with me. So when there was a receiving line at the end of the show, I could not introduce her because we weren't properly married.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, but she could stand behind me. So the Queen went by, stopped for a second, and shook my hand, and it's a gloved hand, and she's her equerry leaned forward and goes, Your Majesty, this is Mr. Lucas, the man with the talking stockings, because I did Billy and just a sock routine, the routine I do. And she went, oh, how magnificent. Do you have any more talking laundry at home? And I was like, Your Majesty has a wonderful sense of humor, and she went, so when we got back to the dressing room, it's very crowded backstage. British stages are massive places where the audience sit and are comfortable, and backstage there's like no room whatsoever. So we're in this little tiny dressing room sharing it with several other people, and there's one of the Queen's equerries. I mean, she's got her people located throughout the theater, not for security, more than anything, just to basically maintain protocol. So Mary looks at me and she goes, What did you notice? I go, I don't know. What did you? Because we just had the Queen right in front of us, and I said, I noticed that she had perfect posture and her skin was flawless. And she just looked so perfect. And I said, and Mary, being female, noticed something different. She says, I noticed that the emeralds in her necklace went all the way around the back of the neck.
Not just the front.
It didn't stop at the shoulders like everybody else.
Wow.
It went all the way around. And did she say something to you? And I said, yeah. So I told her the story about the more talking laundry. And I said, that's going to make a great soundbite. This would be great in an interview. And I heard this rustling of newspaper. And I look over, and there's this equerry that we knew was associated with the Queen. And he doesn't look at us. He goes, there are those who feel, as he's turning the pages of the newspaper, there are those who feel that when they've had a private moment with the Queen, it's something they should cherish and keep to themselves.
Whoa.
And he never looked at me. And Mary's kind of going,
okay.
Mary's going, what is this crap? I go, it's okay, I'll explain. We got to wait. She says, he was telling me that if I could have a private moment and keep it secret, that I would be a trusted person for possibly future bookings. And you have a scoop here. I did a show for Princess Diana and the kids, the two boys.
Really?
Right, in a private home.
Wow.
And it was one of those things that I've never talked about until now.
What in? Oh, that's amazing.
So I have met a future king of England.
Yeah. Yeah.
And somehow his brother's running around here in Los Angeles. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, speaking of Los Angeles, you also had a huge career with The Tonight Show, which when I say huge career, you've appeared more than once.
I just realized stuff. This is terrible.
What do you
I've
realize?
had the best career in the world, but I've always started at the top and worked my way down. I just realized that. Wow.
Dude.
How the mighty have fallen.
Stop. No, you're now on Inside Axtell.
Oh, okay. Of course. What was I thinking?
The
My
Tonight
apologies.
Show. Tell us about The Tonight Show. How did that?
What happened was Harry Rigby put me in Sugar Babies. The press caught on.
Wow.
And I was on Good Morning America the next morning. 3 days later, when Sugar Babies was on tour, they took me off a tour to go and do the Tonight Show, and I did my Sugar Babies set for Johnny Carson.
Oh. And
then when Sugar Babies came to L.A., I continued to perform on the Tonight Show. I did 3 other performances. I was all within probably about 1980. 85, 86, 87, somewhere in there. I mean, Sugar Babies was in LA for a long time.
Yeah.
We had been here, we'd been to LA for 6 months, went away, and then came back and stayed for almost a year.
Wow. And your performances were all within that period of time?
Yeah.
While you were
all that was off of Sugar Babies because
I
was getting all this attention and I was competing against Michael Davis for that solo spot. You know, who had the stronger solo spot? The guy in the Act 1 or guy in Act 2? You know, and we would compete. He would be so funny. One day I walked off stage. I mean, this is how cocky this guy is. I wish I could be this way. I came off stage. He goes, "Wow, God, that was a really tough crowd." And he goes, "They were great for me."
So how many times for Johnny Carson?
4 times for Johnny Carson, and then once for Jay Leno as a guest host, and once for Joan Rivers.
Wow.
Who not only likes me, but when she started touring again and doing Vegas and Atlantic City, I was her. It's funny, Joan was like the Smothers Brothers. I would say I was her opening act. I have no trouble saying that. But she would put acts in the middle of her show.
Wow.
She'd come out and open the show like the Smothers Brothers did, and then there'd be a row of featured acts, and she'd come back and close the show.
How nice. Wow.
So I worked with the Smothers Brothers too, and I toured with them, and that was the same thing. It was the same way. So whenever I do a show, sometimes, and I need to make it longer, I will have a featured act as my guest, and I'll put him in the middle.
Okay, Ron. This brings us to a very important point in your career for me, and that is the vent mask. The vent mask is something everybody knows that Axtell now makes, and some people know, some of the newer people might not unless they've read the history, but the vent mask, exactly. So tell us this history of the vent mask and show us. It's ready for the pandemic. Come on, man. That is hilarious.
At this point in time, he has nothing to say. It's all been done.
What was the history of the look? You made it look like a ventriloquist dummy. Who did the sculpt originally?
That was the idea. And notice, what was one of the first things we talked about? Oversize.
Yes, big mouth.
I wanted it to show to a big crowd.
Yes.
That was really, really important that it showed to a big audience. So I came up with this idea, and the nice thing about having your own TV show is you have a prop department. Yes. So you want something, next day it's on your desk. It's astonishing all the stuff I had made.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, so we tried to make this look as puppetish, as dummy-ish as possible. Okay. One of the things that happened with the mask, since we started manufacturing it, is there's been an explosion of creativity of the use of the mask in ways I never thought about. And it's fun as hell to watch that happen.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I mean, I saw some kid, was it a kid at a ventriloquist convention who had a knee figure and they put the mask on the figure?
Yeah. And then you just put a mask on the mask. Mind blown. No, it's so funny to see how an idea takes roots and just keeps going and blossoms in other people's creativity. And the fact that you shared it, I think, is really big and it's huge. It is part of the soup of ventriloquism. It'll never go away. It's always going to be there, and your name will ring true through forever with your talent and your legacy, as well as the mask. I mean, that's just going to always be part of it. And your characters are incredible. Ron, I thank you so much for coming and sharing with us here at Inside Axtell. Because of the mask, we've been able to connect with you in many, many ways. Billy, we got to say goodbye to you, buddy.
What? I'm here for my interview. It's over. What? It's over.
Your characterizations are so strong. Billy is just...
We're finished, okay? You suck.
Thank you, Ron.
We're working on this.
Appreciate it, man.
Take care, guys.
Mr. Ron Lucas.
Super cool.
Always classy. So cool to get to sit down with him and spend some time. You spent some time in Texas, right? He's from El Paso, he said.
Yeah.
Where did you live
You know,
in
there's so
Texas?
many ventriloquists that are at his caliber from Texas. It's unbelievable.
Is Texas like the
Okay, Jeff Dunham.
breeding ground?
Seriously. Jeff Dunham, Jim Barber,
Okay.
Jay Johnson,
They're all from Texas?
Yep. Ron Lucas. It's unbelievable. And more, a lot more. I'm sure people are putting more names down. That is an amazing area. Terry Fader is from Dallas.
He's from Texas, too.
Terry Fader, yeah. And there's a lot more as well. It's just crazy how many are from the Texas area. Ron
really
says
cool.
it's something in the water. I don't know.
Texas tea.
Yeah, I talked to Jeff about it, and Jeff thinks that it might have been something about the culture of, and I can relate to this. Being from Ohio, we had a kind of a culture of a little more on the kitsch edge of things, where we would like in California it might be too proper to have fun with something like that, but I mean not ventriloquism, but just cheeky characters talking and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
In Ohio, we grew up with that, and it was really fun. And so, I think Texas, that part of Texas anyway,
Interesting.
western,
man.
southern.
Hey, fun fact, I'm rewatching Friday Night Lights right now on Hulu. Drop in the comments, let me know, hit that like button if you are a fan of Friday Night Lights. Speaking of Texas, West Texas, Dillon, Texas, which I think Dillon's a made-up city, but let me know if you're a fan of that show. There's like a million seasons where we're watching it. Peter Berg.
We
Great
might
show
actually
runner.
have someone here from Dillon, Texas.
I
tonight.
can't remember if Dillon, Texas was a made-up show or a made-up
We'll
city,
probably
but
hear.
it's based on like a lot of real cities. But yeah, Texas is a special place.
Yeah.
Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, it was fun to have Ron here.
Yeah.
Ron's an incredible talent, and we'll probably have some more content coming
Yeah.
from him.
We're going to have Ron back again, and Jay Johnson, and some of the
Yeah.
others. Super fun. We've got a lot of stuff in store for you on upcoming episodes.
That's
my
right.
goodness. But even on this episode, Ryan,
Yeah, Steve.
we have a bunch of stuff coming up. And we have some behind-the-scenes making of the Dinky song that I think is pretty interesting.
That's right.
Yeah,
we
it
have,
shows
we have
us
more. We
working.
have several things. We got. So Steve and I have been working hard here at the studio to get Dinkys. Well, I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is we've been working hard 24/7 around the shop to get Dinkys going.
Yeah.
In addition to
Those
that,
two.
Steve and I have
Yeah.
been working on some additional content, aka Axtrax.
And Axtrax for the
AKA
Dinky. The
Easy
monkey.
Tracks.
The Dinky
So I'm going to
monkey.
pop the link up on the screen right there. So the Dinkys.com. If you haven't bought a Dinky yet,
Oh, yeah.
we have a ton in the works. You're going to see them in just a minute. but Steve and I have really been working on some other content, and one of them is we just finished today. We finished an Axtrax, and so we just want to give you a little behind the scenes of making that.
Making the banana song. Check it out.
Let's see here. Which one? I got two. It's this one. Here's the Dinky song. We'll start with that, and then we'll cut to
Why don't you start with that one, Ryan?
Good advice, Steve.
I think the first thing that happens is we've got a blank screen, and he pushes a bunch of bananas onto the screen. Right? Okay. So he just pushes them on. And then he disappears. Music, the bass player is it's already there.
Yeah, just bass and snaps or something like that. Okay.
Banana, banana, banana. Banana, banana, banana. He's on both sides, but we'll film it separately so they look different, so their movements are different slightly. Yeah, and then at the end, I thought that they'd stay up, and the bananas would maybe take off on their own, and then they'd all like run after it.
Kind of end it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're at 70 beats per minute right now. That's the slow start, and then I have that bass sound pulled up.
Okay.
So I got 8 notes on the click. So the thought would be play it, and we'll use this as a placeholder. I'll probably come back and play it on electric bass, or we can combine the sounds. But let's record it MIDI so we have it, and then when we speed up the tempo, it'll automatically speed up.
Yeah.
So you don't have to play it again.
Great.
And then we could. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more bar. 4 and 2, 2, 3. Here we go. 4. Yeah. All right. 1, 2. Here we go. Nice, dude.
Banana, nana, nana. 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 Nah, nah. Nah, nah. Nah, nah.
I'd punch in an octave higher on that last part. Here we go. 1, 2. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about that keyboard push. Come on.
Bam,
bam. So here's the deal. Steve, grab a Dinky, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is going to go live, I think, tonight. And we'll probably have a demonstration of it next week because we just finished it. But Steve, tell us what an Axtrax is for those, people who maybe are not familiar with it.
Everybody's familiar with an Axtrax.
Well, in case they're not,
it's not an Anthrax and it's not an Amtrak. We've had both.
Important distinctions.
We've had both emailed to us about. Could you please tell us what is your latest Anthrax, and do you have any more Amtrax?
Yeah.
So it's Axtrax. Ax as in Axtell, yeah, and Trax as in performance tracks. So
that's right.
Yeah. So they have the voice of the character on it, and it's recorded in such a way that you interact live with the puppet. It's pretty cool. Ryan, do you want to go ahead and play one of those, or I could try it, or we could wait till next week.
I think
I think
you can. I think we can do it, man. I think.
You think? I don't know.
So here's
the
deal. We just finished this Axtrax.
Okay.
And so let's do it.
They require rehearsal, folks.
They require rehearsal, but here's the deal. We literally just finished recording it. You saw in the video.
Yeah.
We did the song last week, and we did the actual audio of the track today. And so I think we just play it. This is going to be downloadable. And so here's the thing. After this show, Steve and I are going to put it on the Dinkys.com.
Okay.
But here's the deal. Those of you, I think there's like 20 or 30 or 40 of you who have Dinkies on order.
Oh, yeah.
If you like this routine, I would download it right after this show. Give us about an hour to get it up. Download it. You have some time to practice. So when your Dinky arrives, you are good to go. It comes with a performance track.
It's a
that
great
has
track.
both vocals on, the puppeteer and the puppet. And then there's that's the rehearsal track. Then there is the performance track that has just the music and the character's voice.
You do your part live, and I have never rehearsed this yet. I recorded it, but I haven't rehearsed it yet.
Man. Let's try it. Let's see here.
You are out on the edge, dude.
You got this. You got that speaker on over there.
Yeah, but I've got the puppet in my hand here.
All right. Let me.
I've got a script here. I'm going to flip the page. It's going to be awkward, but this is the first time I've ever performed it. I don't expect a lot.
These are our insiders, though.
Yeah, you're inside.
Right?
This is inside. This is a rehearsal.
And
this is what would be like the first time you get the track.
They understand.
You're going to turn it on. You're going to practice in front of a mirror, and this is what it's like.
How it starts with the cue.
So we always have the character start with something. Oh, hey, folks. All right. So that'll be the cue, so you know the track is starting. There's no way you could start. You have to start with the actual character's voice.
I'm going to leave this a little loud because it's coming through your mic.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'll
no,
point it
no
that way,
problem.
and that
No
should be
problem.
fine. We should be good.
Super loud. It'll certainly help me in my right ear to know when to move the puppet's mouth.
Friends, this is like David Blaine
Ascension.
floating into the heavens on balloons on TV. Steve is performing an Axtrax never before
I'm
done.
going up to 20,000 feet, folks. At 20, I put on the oxygen. All right?
But these are our insiders. I think they'll understand.
Oxygen?
If you mess up. We just recorded this, but it's a really fun routine.
What are you
it
pointing
ties
at?
in the banana song.
I'm not pointing at anything.
All right, here we go. I'm going to hit play. Steve, you just dive in.
Oh,
and
my
just,
goodness
let's
sakes.
just
All
try
right.
it. Come on. let's try
Okay.
it.
Oh, we're going to try this. All right. No
so
promises.
it
This is
starts-
just a rehearsal, so
Starts
you're going
with
to
the
start with
cue
him. Yeah.
From the monkey, right?
All right. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, folks, I want you to meet my new little friend, Dinky Monkey.
Hi. Okay. Yeah, hi.
He's going to sing a song for us here. This is going to be
Hold it.
What?
I'm gonna what? I haven't even eaten yet. I'm gonna eat first. I'm so hungry.
Hold it. No. You're going to sing a song first. Yeah.
Oh, come on. I can't sing unless I've eaten. I'm so hungry.
Oh, I'm sure you are, but let's sing a song, please, first, before you eat.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Sing a song
Okay.
about what you're hungry for.
Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana.
I don't get it.
Banana, nana, nana.
Beats me.
Banana, nana, nana.
I don't get it.
Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana.
Is he trying to tell us something?
Banana.
I think he's trying to tell us something, Ryan. Yep, I do. So you want an
Oh,
avocado.
Oh, what I want is banana, nana, nana.
A
Broccoli.
Banana, nana, nana.
A yellow lemon.
Banana, nana, nana.
A long cucumber.
Banana, nana.
Rhubarb pie.
Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana.
Okay, so you want a Caesar salad.
Caesar
No,
salad.
you're not listening. I need banana, nana, nana.
Broccoli.
Banana, nana, nana.
A cucumber.
Banana, nana, nana.
Hot dog.
Banana, nana, nana.
Macaroni.
Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana.
Pickles.
Don't you get it?
Just kidding. Here's some
I'm just kidding. Here's some bananas right here. Nom, nom, nom.
Oh, good. Nummy nana.
Yummy nana.
And you grab a bunch of bananas and he eats them. And okay, so that's you at home in the mirror, right?
That is.
First time hearing
But
it.
here's the deal, Steve. I know you were not necessarily. We weren't actually planning on demonstrating it because we haven't
Not
rehearsed
yet,
it yet.
no.
But I got to say, as a non-performer, as someone who's not gifted like you are,
Yeah, that was a
how-
gifted performance.
no. But here's the deal. You ran through with no script. Pretty easy.
Yeah, I had a few notes.
Yeah. But the benefit is you actually you'll
you'll
full
get a script.
and you'll get a guide track, and you listen to your lines, and when you perform it, your lines are gone.
Okay, I have
And
an
so-
idea, Ryan.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Okay, in the comments, folks,
Oh,
give
good
me some
idea.
names of some funny foods that we could use. Like I said, kumquat. I said
Yeah,
hot
because
dog.
the whole premise is
Give us some names,
the
and we'll
Dinky's hungry. He
we'll
wants
put
to sing a
those down.
song, and you as a performer, you're not picking up what he's putting out. What are some funny foods? We like, sauerkraut. I remember my grandparents. We had a lot of sauerkraut.
Oh yeah, sauerkraut. Okay.
Reiner, I want to know what's a funny food in Germany?
Well, that's a German food, sauerkraut.
Well, yeah, but it's probably not funny. Like what's a food that they're telling you banana? Oh, long like a cucumber. Oh, yellow like a orange or like a lemon.
All right. What's some funny names of foods?
Yeah, let us know in the comments, and we'll maybe run it again.
So
with some other suggestions.
Ryan, what's the name of a let's say vegetable that's hilarious to you? A coconut is a good one. Coconut.
Ooh, coconut. Yeah. Mango.
A mango.
Sorry, what was your question, Steve?
Just
something specific.
A vegetable, I said.
Ooh, Joey said Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, Brussels.
Christopher Cram said, I love the Dinkies. I need to get a few.
Sprouts.
Amanda, hot Cheetos and Takis. Hot Cheetos and Takis. Takis are a great corn snack. Ooh, asparagus. Diana Hale. What up, Diana Hale? Beets. Beets. Takis are like a good gas station food.
Takis.
They're like there's a
hot Cheetos and
rutabaga.
Takis.
Ooh, Nikolai from Norway, banana split. Joey Harrison, green persimmon. We're gonna run this again with some of your suggestions. Yeah, Chris Topping said kumquat. Terry Hay said kiwi for Rai Koopa.
Yeah, kumquat.
Ooh, Chuck
got that.
Lyons said
How
cantaloupe.
about what's the down under or
Down under.
Vegemite sandwich? A Vegemite.
A Vegemite sandwich. Yorl said metakuya, if I'm even saying that right, and I'm probably not. Oh man. Leaks from
Metakuya.
Terry Hay, Graham Rogers. You guys are testing my vocabulary. Poutine for all my Canadian friends. All right. Zucchini, Brussels sprouts. Oh, I love Brussels sprouts. So here's the deal, though, with the Axtrax routine. And Reiner says he needs all three. I know, these are cool monkeys. Here's the deal, though, with the Axtrax. What's fun is you can really play with your lines.
You can do anything you want with your lines. Yeah, you can say.
So
you can say phrase. You can do it in your own language.
Our rehearsal track includes a guide track.
Yeah.
Ooh, Amanda Stump said spam.
Oh, yep, good one.
And Graham Rogers, Marmite, not Vegemite.
Oh, Marmite, not Vegemite.
Chicken liver, gross.
Yeah, no, that's
He
good.
He just wants a banana, people. Why is this so hard? Pastrami.
All right.
So want to try it again?
I do, but I do want the bananas. I have a bunch of bananas. I would love to have those.
How about I go grab them?
They're down in the kitchen.
Read off
Would you
some
get
of the
those?
words you
All
got.
right. Sweet.
Okay, and I'll grab them.
All right. This is pretty cool. So we've got chicken liver, sauerkraut, coconut, mango, Brussels sprouts, hot Cheetos and Takis. I hope I'm saying that right. I have not heard that before. Green persimmons, kumquats, Vegemite sandwich, mediocre, leeks.
Here you go.
Poutine.
Perfectly right bananas.
Oh, I love it. I think your color white balance might be off. This is supposed to be yellow.
Well, Steve, those are plantains.
Leeks, Poutine,
anchovies.
Poutine,
okay.
Is that what it was?
Poutine.
Poutine.
Like Vladimir Putin.
Zucchini, spam, and what was the other one that you just said? Anchovies.
Joey
Okay,
said
that's
tacos.
enough. All right.
So again,
that's enough right now.
What's fun is, and we'll run it again. And again, we didn't practice this. This
No,
isn't planned,
no,
but you're insiders. You get it. We're riffing here.
Yeah.
You're better performers than we are.
I got to remember to move his mouth. That's all. So if you have the easy talk, which I wanted to do tonight, but Ryan said we're not ready to do that yet.
We'll demonstrate this. So what's fun?
Next week we'll do that easy talk.
What's cool is this routine can be modified to work on the easy talk or the dinky talk.
And you don't even have to do this with your hand.
So maybe we'll save that for next week, just because I didn't have time to set it up.
I have 4 lines to deliver, 5 lines to deliver, and I think I can nail it.
Do you want to run it again, Steve?
I do, and I'm going to use the new words this time. Chicken.
Hey, remember, guys, hashtag
try to.
Nummy Nanas. right.
All right.
Want to try it?
Got to keep this off screen. So this would be below set or whatever.
Do you want to put it
Yeah.
over here?
Yeah, over
Just so
there.
it's kind of off?
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of hide it. This would be backstage. You don't want
Here
to.
we go.
All right.
We'll trigger it.
Here we go.
And remember, the character's voice cues it.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
There
it
might be a
starts.
little tag of music before this. I don't know.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hey, folks, I'd like you to meet my new friend, Dinky Monkey.
Hi. Okay. Yeah, hi.
He's going to sing a song for us today. That's
Hold
really...
it.
What?
I'm gonna what? I haven't even eaten yet. I'm gonna eat first. I'm so hungry.
Oh, no. You're going to sing a song first, then we'll eat after that.
Oh, come on. I can't sing unless I've eaten. I'm so hungry.
Well, I'm sure you are, but sing first and we'll eat after that. Why don't you sing about what you're
Oh,
hungry
that's
for?
a good idea. Okay.
Tell us about it.
Banana, nana, nana.
I don't get it.
Banana, nana, nana.
Not a mind reader,
I'm not
Steve.
seeing it.
Banana, nana, nana.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Banana, nana, nana.
Could you be more specific?
Be more specific.
Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana.
Oh, you want chicken liver.
No. What I want is banana, nana, nana.
Sauerkraut.
Banana, nana,
No.
nana.
It's
Coconut.
yeah.
Banana, nana,
No.
nana.
It's
No,
kumquat.
mango.
Banana, nana, nana.
Oh, you mean Brussels sprouts.
Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana.
A green persimmon.
No, you're not listening. I need a banana, nana, nana.
Oh, kumquat.
No, Steve. He means
Vegemite
burritos.
sandwich.
No.
A mediocre.
Banana, nana, nana.
Leeks.
Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana. Banana, nana, nana.
Spam. That's what you
Don't
want.
you get it?
Oh, I'm
here's your
just kidding.
bananas,
Come on, buddy. You get to have your bananas.
Oh, good. Nummy nanas.
All right. All right. That's something you can do in your show, and you can learn it just as quick as I did. I actually learned it in front of you
But you know what?
two
The
times,
reason-
and I used different words.
The reason we do this
Yeah.
is just to show you that it is pretty simple.
Yeah.
It takes a couple run-throughs, but
Yeah.
you have the music, you have the voice pre-recorded, and you listen to it once or twice. You can change your lines, and
Yeah.
as long as you kind of know the beats the characters hit, you're good to go.
Totally. And it was suggested that we use latex bananas, which is absolutely true. Rhubarb. Yeah, I know rhubarb. I said rhubarb pie. That's something I grew up with in Ohio. We had rhubarb. I don't know if you guys know, rhubarb.
I had rhubarb with
you?
Grandma Axtell, but
Yeah.
it wasn't natural to California. That it wasn't.
I think
something
she brought
grew
it
up
with her,
She
or-
made it when she visited.
Yeah, super cool. Grandma Axtell, my mom, visited and
Yeah.
cooked rhubarb pie for us. Awesome. So that's super fun. Tacos, of course, anything you can think of, anything that frustrates the little monkey that means that you're pretending not to understand what he's saying, I think is hilarious. And it gets so much laughter. That kind of humor, just a ton of laughter.
That's true. And if you haven't yet, would you do us a favor? In fact,
Yep.
I'm going to put a link in the comments here. We released the Dinky song
Yeah.
just as a standalone, or I'm sorry, the Banana song is as just a standalone
Sardines.
video. And we would love it if you would take a moment to listen to it, to share it. We spent a lot of time making it. And it's a lot of fun. I think we have over 4,000 views on Facebook already.
Yeah.
So thank you, all of you. I'm going to drop a link in the comments. Would you just take a moment today or tomorrow or whenever just to watch it, share it around, have some fun with it. It's just silly. It's just meant to be redonkulous.
Well, that's what it's all about, is making people laugh, making people smile.
Yeah, exactly. So, whenever you share it or like it or
Yeah.
comment on it, actually, this is made, we qualified this as made for kids, so you can't
Yeah.
comment on it. But when you share it, it
Now
helps
that's-
just tell the algorithm that people are enjoying this content, and
Sure.
that just means it brings more eyes to the stuff that we're doing, which helps us stay in business and empowering you to be entertainers. Which, Steve, reminds me, So, well, it reminds me of two things. We are working 24/7 to get Dinkys out. So all
Yeah,
of
we
you
are.
who have ordered, we are literally working on your Dinkys right now. Sewing bodies, as you saw, pouring latex, buffing latex, painting, doing all of that.
Yeah.
But also, as you saw, Steve and I, we're working on content to give you a reason to add a Dinky to your show. So in about an hour, we'll have the Dinky routine live on. Hey, Joey, thanks for liking and sharing this, man. Appreciate it. We'll have the Axtrax live on the Dinkys.com. So give us about an hour, 45 minutes or so just to get it live.
Anybody that buys a Dinky is going to get the song free.
That's right.
You get the song free.
The song comes free, and you can lip sync to that as is. But if you want to do the routine about eating food and have some fun and have an automatic 2-3
and
minute.
Axtrax, those are $9.95, and we'll be making that available. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, do you have the next situation queued up? The making of the Dinkies?
That's right. We haven't shown
Check
that yet.
this
It's funny. I
out.
referenced it as if we had seen it.
Yeah.
But we haven't shown you. So we actually got some kind
This
of
is
shop
super cool.
walkthrough
Super
showing
cool.
you some of the process. Because a lot of people don't know. Again, we make everything by hand.
Yep.
We take a lot of pride in the artistry and
it's
the
a combination
quality
of
of what
tech
we make.
and
the
hand.
yeah, but I guess my point is it's not mass manufactured.
No,
we
it
make
isn't.
every
Not at
order
all.
to order,
No.
even Dinkies, and which means sometimes it takes a long time, especially here in the pandemic, where our hands are sort of tied in some areas.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first latex Dinky, or one of the first.
This is it, right here.
And so we got a little video showing you just what it takes to put these Dinkies together. Take a look.
Banana, nana, nana. 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 Faster, faster, faster. Huh? Banana, nana, nana. 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 Faster, faster, faster. Okay. Banana, nana, nana. 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 Banana, nana, nana.
Come on.
Hey,
I love
my
that.
bananas!
I
My
love it.
bananas! Hey, my bananas! Come here!
The Dinkies.
I love it! Yeah!
.com. Shanna said, "Yeah, I absolutely love the brown. When I'm ready, I'm going to order the brown." Awesome. Like we said, we are cranking these out as fast as we can. So if you want one, try to get your order in soon, just because we want to get these into your hands. Hey, and William said our Axtrax only on MP3. Yeah, so they will be digital downloads.
Yeah.
You can play them from any device, Dropbox. You can put them on,
Yeah.
a phone or computer if you want. So yes, they are MP3 format, and it's just an audio file, and you get two. And in fact, what's cool is once this is uploaded, you can actually audition the whole track for free.
Yeah.
So you can go and listen to the whole routine with both voices absolutely free. You don't have to buy it, and if you don't like it, no problem. Just keep on walking. But if you enjoy it, then $10, it's yours. Pretty cool.
It is. I'm trying to make these so that they sit as soon as you set them down. I'm getting there. This guy is balanced, but he has, it depends on the angle of his buttocks.
Hey man,
On the
keep it
table.
PG-13. Well,
I think that's super cool. See him sitting there like that.
that is. So we keep talking about the Dinkies because they are some of our new products. The Easy Talk is our newest animatronic. That, in fact, Steve, do me a favor. Just pull up the Dinky Talk. We're gonna demo this next week. Gotta have you something. Ooh, a flamingo Dinky.
Ooh.
Oh, Patrick ordered a gray Dinky. We were working on gray
All right.
Dinkies
We
today.
only have the monkeys available right now,
Did
as
you
you
know
know.
we have over 20 Dinkies being designed right now? We have the monkeys coming.
Okay.
But, Steve, just show me the Dinky Talk real quick. We're not going to run it, but we've actually created an Easy Talk that is the size of a Dinky. And so what this means is you could use an audio signal to trigger the mouth, and the head moves automatically. And so you pop a little Dinky on it, and it's a miniature animatronic. It even works with our AI system. It's insane. Yeah. And so we're gonna demo this a little more next week because we can actually design it to work with our Axtrax that we just made.
And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this routine that we did tonight, but we're gonna.
Oh, don't forget your mic. Sorry, Steve's mic's off because he was grabbing the Dinky Talk.
We're going to go ahead and do this routine next week with the Easy Talk, and we're going to show you how easy it is to do with this, and actually how much easier it is to do with this.
So again, fun fact before we move on. Shanna said she suggested a bat. Amanda suggested a flamingo Dinky.
Yep.
Hey guys, I'm going to throw this out there. We may or may not have a rabbit, a frog, a lion, a monster, ... in parentheses, ellipses, in parentheses.
We've got more coming, but what I'd like for you to do, we're keeping the price so incredibly low, under $100, which is crazy for us to be handmade in California.
These are not manufactured elsewhere, which there's nothing wrong with
team
that.
of artists.
We are making these in our shop in Southern California.
You're going to see that in a second, how they're being made.
Well, we just showed that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You just, I was preparing this for you.
We had just seen that it's made by Sandra and Jose and Teresa and Wes and myself and Steve and Susie. That's our team. And we do it all.
Yeah, it's amazing how much labor goes into these little things. Anyway, the point is we're keeping them really low priced so that you can afford to buy them all, is what we're hoping. We're hoping people start a collection of Dinkies and collect them all. I'm hoping to have about 20 of them.
Oh man, Joey may be onto something that you're already designing, a Dino Dinky.
Yeah.
Again, we can't talk necessarily about all the ones that are being designed literally downstairs right now.
Here's the list right here. But I'm not going to show it to you, but it's
again, Dinkies
I'm telling you, it's
are
right there.
Small characters with big personalities. And so
right there,
next
if anybody
week, we'll probably be demoing
freeze frame.
Yeah, right.
Expand it, Photoshop.
The Dinky Talk
oh, there's the list.
Animatronic system. We're going to have another special guest.
Yeah.
We're going to have another performer spotlight. Some more shenanigans from around the shop. But here's the deal. We are doing a lot of consulting for different entertainers, whether it's audiovisual and production, from soundtracks to sound effects to blue screen and live virtual sets to just consulting and helping tighten up scripts and punching up routines. And many people don't know, one, that we are available to do that. That's actually one of the things that Steve and I do. Steve is a creative genius, and I do a lot of post-production and music and arrangement and kind of the music world. And so the two of us love getting to come alongside all of you and help you punch up routines to write songs and soundtracks. And we actually did some YouTube bumpers for videos and some other things we can't talk about yet. But if you're ever in need, even if you don't know what your budget is yet and you just want to bounce some ideas off of us, you can email Ryan@axtell.com. Let me drop it in the comments here.
Yep.
If you ever have studio needs, let me know. And we can just talk about it. There's no commitment, and we can let you know what we can do for you. And
everybody has a budget.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't always work, but a lot of times it's like perfect fit. We're very, very understandable about the situation that everybody's in.
And in fact,
we work with very, very top-of-the-line performers, and we work with starters, beginners as well.
And in fact, you know, what's been an interesting trend, and we'll kind of wrap up with this. A lot of us who are independent, you know, not signed to a major label or an entertainment company, we've been using things like live streaming for a long time. Well, now because of the pandemic, you see primetime entertainers who now, comedians, actors, musicians who now have to live stream, and they have no idea how to do it. And you have independent artists like ourselves who have been self-employed, working in small cohorts and small communities. And again, I come from the music world, so I'm speaking more from that. But we've been kind of slugging it out already in the space, and it's amazing to see the learning curve that there is with some of these major stars you'd think would just deliver great content. And the truth is, this is such a different world. All that to say, we are here to help equip you when it comes to live streaming, how to run a virtual show. One of my specialties is the technology that's involved in chroma key and video editing and running a live stream and audio editing, and how many audio channels do I have, and how do I record multi-track audio so then I can edit it later, but I'm live streaming only
you're the
one
best.
channel.
It's awesome.
All that kind of stuff.
So
And
cool.
So if you ever have any questions, again, I put my email in the link, but we'd love to resource you. We actually may have some kind of classes coming out on how to
We can
do
help.
that.
We can help. We're
Yeah.
going to be putting some stuff out, and if you want some consulting services, we are here for you. We are Axtell Expressions,
That's right. Hold
and
on.
we make
innovations
to help
entertain.
you entertain the world.
That's right. We are here to empower entertainers. Speaking of entertainers, we got Ray Cooper here.
Ray Cooper.
Ray, you'll be hearing more from Ray very shortly.
Oh yeah, Ray's preparing something for us.
I even have it, Steve.
Sweet. All right.
But he said, funny, I just brought out my Axtell puppet, because remember, he performs on Thursdays for schools.
Yeah.
And my phone told me you guys were on. That's amazing. Joey said, I'm so happy to have you guys. I'm sorry, that was John. John, thank you for saying that,
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Gina said, I'm so glad he didn't say stable genius. Hey, all, we are grateful to have you with us. We got a lot of great orders that are going to be leaving our shop for all of you. And again, if you ever need any studio services, or you just want to bounce questions off of us, shoot me an email, ryan@axtell.com.
One more time, Ryan.
Hey, Aaron Sherman just said, love you guys.
Thank you.
We have, Aaron, we just painted the green turtle head.
Yep.
The Sherman head.
That's right.
Sheldon head. He's got a big order coming his way. We finished up an Easy Talk for him. I think we got a water squirting dragon.
Yeah.
He's got he remember last week he said, I need more shelves like you guys have for all the things I
I
ordered.
love it. One more time, we
Oh.
got to end this right. We are Axtell
Take it.
Expressions, and we make innovations to help you entertain the world.
So remember, in about an hour at thedinkys.com, you'll be able to get your Dinky's Axtrax. If you haven't yet, make sure to get your Dinky's order in the queue, because we're cranking these out 24/7, and the sooner you get it in, the better. And Axtrax going to be available.
I got to go make some more Dinkies.
We'll see you guys
See you, folks.
next week.